Hey.
Oh my God, always so just great to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I feel like it's been 7 years.
I know.
We had you
Or something.
You were our second guest in quarantine, I think, or close to it.
Yeah,
So
we had you on during COVID.
Were we on Zoom?
We were on Zoom.
Absolutely don't remember that.
I mean,
No. I look back at those episodes and it's really shocking to be I don't remember any
yeah,
of this.
of course. I remember someone. Also, everyone's in varying degrees of mental health.
Yes.
And at that time, I remember doing Nicole and Sashir's podcast, and somebody commented like, "I don't know, you're kind of boring." I was like, "Pandemic, be funny, go."
Right.
Sorry, the monkey's not dancing.
Yeah,
the
I was-
dance you want.
And by the way, a lot of people listen to boring ass shit. And I'm not saying you are, but like, look, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people want
I know.
that.
I'm just sort of like, it's one of those things too where I realize, like, back in like the Bob and Tom era or whatever. I guess there's still an era, or even. Well, Comics Unleashed is coming back.
Yes.
But like where you go on.
And there's like scripted bits.
Yeah, where you go on and they prompt you and you're like, yeah, I do wear a hat in the winter. And one time,
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, that's the vibe maybe people were used to for the longest time. Like you go on a show and kill it with the, like, but you're making it look like not bits. But
Yeah.
it's so clearly bits. How did the people not know that? Right.
It's really crazy.
So then you come to a podcast and you're...
And it's like we all talk so much more.
I don't know.
Organic.
I'm not always
we
bringing
are
it.
free range. This is what the earth is giving you, people.
Right.
It's not manufactured in a factory.
You're doing the
No.
dishes while you're listening to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Imagine-
you're on and sometimes you're not. I don't know.
I'm just trying to imagine if our show was like that and was like, so I heard that you've been doing this lately.
What a nightmare. What a
I
nightmare.
would die.
Guys, I've thought of actually just incorporating going awooga into conversation. Does that seem like it would be? Would that
Yeah.
get the energy where we need it to be? Okay, got it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
That
okay,
would make me feel some kind
This
of.
is where we work
type
out
of-
our catchphrases.
Okay. Awooga. Okay, see, we're working on it.
I'm going to steal that one.
Yeah,
what was he, a
please.
congressman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Howard Dean. Yeah, go Howard Dean.
Oh, that's right. His Yelp.
Stealing Howard Dean's.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I yearn for the Yelp. I yearn.
I yearned for Howard
I
Dean.
yearn.
I
Didn't
loved
the
him.
Yelp end him?
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
I think
Yeah.
it
It was a
ended
huge
him.
deal. It was a huge
Wow.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Yelp is kind of... It
It's-
pales in comparison to sexual assault
Yes.
or grabbing people by the pussy. So I
Yes.
understand why it ended him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's
You can't-
slightly odd.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't Yelp like that.
You cannot be. Yeah. People have a certain set of sonically approved.
No.
If you want to be a
sounds.
politician, there ain't no Yelping.
No. Never show your excitement, your genuine excitement for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be. Was it Emerald that had the BAM?
That's
BAM.
Emerald.
Oh, that's a
BAM.
good
That's
one.
Emerald.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Now we're cooking with gas. I actually do say now we're cooking with gas.
Oh, what's a couple of
I
his
use
other
it
ones
in
though? My
my-
friend Fiona used to say something Emerald said all the time. Crap. Or maybe it was freaking
He said, that's pasta.
Chef Ramsay.
That's pasta.
Gosh, this is gonna
Gordon
kill
Ramsay
me.
is
Please
like-
write in and
he's
tell us.
usually just yelling some British stuff. It's raw. That's
Yeah.
his big one.
It's raw.
It's raw. Yeah.
If the
Is that
listener,
bad?
I feel
yeah,
like it's
because he's like,
Emerald.
it's him finding
like
the fridge
Emerald.
and being like, what the fuck, there's raw shit here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like somebody sends back food and it's raw.
If the listener could call in and just do your favorite catchphrase at
From
our
Emerald.
answering machine or
Please.
Emerald, or
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
want to know the
please tell
Emerald
us.
ones because right now
Specifically, we're
they're-
missing one.
What if it's
you have
Wolfgang
it?
Puck? I'm thinking of, and I'm
He
missing
doesn't
an
have
Emerald one that I know.
Emerald had like
A lot.
phrases.
all
He
right.
was the
Please.
guy.
All right.
Babs,
Google
it's
it.
killing us.
Let's
as
give
long
in.
as you're not talking about Bobby Flay, I'm okay.
Really, do you hate him?
I hate him.
I don't know.
Oh,
I know there was
yeah.
controversy. He's probably some sort of dog.
Yeah, fill us in.
Like I think he probably cheated with a teen on his wife or something.
I mean,
Fair
probably. He had a show that I really disliked where he would go to play like he would go to like
I hate the name Flay. No
Beat
offense.
Bobby
That's your name.
Flay.
Yeah, Bobby Flay.
He would go to a working class restaurant, make a high end version of their food, and then be like, "But which one's better?" So he's
Like
like,
gentrification.
yeah. I dislike him as a person because I think that concept actually makes me want to beat your ass on
Let
site.
me come in here.
Kick it up a notch.
Thank
Does
you.
that sound
It's
right?
kick it up a
notch.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Fiona,
That
Dayton,
felt good.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Let's kick it up a notch. Field hockey games, anytime. Just kick it up a notch.
Now we're cooking with gas is good when like you order like a shot that you shouldn't have.
I know.
or,
Now
like-
I'm thinking that might have been my science teacher or something.
No, now we're
It was
cooking with
Emerald.
gas.
Somebody
That's
said
like
that. I don't
a-
know who it is, but
It's
Babs gets it back
now
out
we're
again.
cooking with
right.
gas. I say that a lot, and I,
think
feel
it
like
might just be a
It's just like
saying.
in like the
You're right.
dad lexicon. Like it's just
Yeah.
like now we're cooking with
I
gas.
feel a finger trigger gun at the end of it.
Yeah.
that
We're
just like
cooking with gas.
feels
I
right.
love now we're cooking with. I love that phrase. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just feels. It gets everyone in a good mood.
Sorry.
What?
What's the origin, Babs?
What do we got,
find?
Babs?
What is the origin? I'm
Well,
gonna be horrified.
I mean, it's all what you guys remember, obviously, which
okay.
is that it's by Deke Holgate.
Sure, classic Deke. This
Okay,
is
yeah,
classic,
okay.
Classic Deke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Founder of
An
the toothpaste.
executive for the American Gas Association.
No.
No, it's not.
It's an
Stolen valor.
advertising
Stolen valor.
slogan in the 30s and 40s. So it's an old
Stop.
ad.
I
Wow.
refuse. I refuse
Really?
to give him
We have
his
brain
due.
worms
Yeah.
We do. We're worms.
that were passed down
We're worming.
through generations.
Generational worms.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Advertising's so powerful.
Dude, I know.
Holgate strategically shared the phrase with writers for popular radio comedians like Bob Hope and Jack Benny, leading to its integration into comedy routines.
Wow.
So it's because we do
Popular
comedy.
use.
Can you believe that Bob was a sellout?
Yeah.
Bob.
The original influencer, Bob Newhart.
Given this is
Now
Bob
we're cooking
Hope.
with gas.
I mean, say, whatever.
Yeah.
But
One of the
yeah,
Bob
just, they're just
front-facing
giving.
Oh,
videos.
Hope. Sorry.
They're just
I
giving
I must
them-
have pulled
Bob
Newhart out of
Newhart's
my.
probably also a
my bum.
sellout.
Yeah.
Let's not.
And Bob's
Let's
Big
also
Boy. All
besmirch that
three of
dead
them.
man. Yeah.
All the Bob.
All the Bobs.
Never trust a Bob.
Wait, Bob. Newman's Own. Sorry, who's that?
That's Paul.
Thank you,
Paul
guys.
Newman.
Fuck out of here.
Something needs to happen. I think it's
Bob,
rest.
Bob Newman is a realtor.
I think I need to rest for a couple days.
Well, actually, Bob is the name of my landlord. So
Yeah. And both of my grandpas were Bob.
Byron Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob. Yeah.
I'm a granddaughter of two Bobs.
Aw.
Really?
They both go by Bob?
Both Bobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob and Bob.
But yeah, let's get into your
Yeah.
Landlord
Special.
Landlord
Special.
Hello.
What a great name. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Very.
Oh fuck! I totally stepped over your transition. wasn't even noticing you were doing that.
It's okay.
She's like, look how awesome my transition is. I'm like, anyway.
You're like, I got Bobs. Look, if you have a Bob, you gotta
Bobs for
throw it
You
in
want
there.
Bobs?
gotta
I
make
got
sure
two.
We acknowledge
Yeah.
the Bobs.
Yeah. You, like a boss who owns property, like your landlord.
Yes.
I just love it when like a comedy special has a funny name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I think it's hard to pull off.
It
so.
was basically without being too sad about the industry.
Yeah.
Bring it on, baby.
Well, that's just inherent. So
Yeah,
it's
it
fine.
was basically like a store. I mean, I was living at this place for 6 years. There was tons of stories of my landlords being insane, unhinged, and nosy. And so I had to distill it. I started, working it out on the road.
Yeah.
It grew to be like a 25-minute story, which, as you know, if you get into that and they're not on board, you're like, well, I either oddly jump off a cliff and bail.
Right.
Like the hardest, speaking of transitions, the hardest transition, or I work out a story painstakingly until I could keep people's attention for 25 minutes. So, and the way I was opening was another little sort of bit that goes to me. It's like a time I open this special, whatever. I'm all like stumbling so much because it's like I'm trying not to be negative, but also like, what's a special? I mean, it's not the same thing anymore. Like,
No.
I feel like I was being introduced in Eugene. I was doing a new club there, Olson Run, a couple weeks ago.
That's a cool club.
It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. And my host,
Your Seth.
Seth Milstein.
Wow. He's a good
I
host.
need rest.
He's
Seth
a
is great.
sweetheart.
I love Seth.
Yeah.
My
Seth is
Seth.
great.
Yeah.
My Seth.
Yeah.
He's mine.
He's gonna love it. We gotta send this to him.
We have
But like,
to.
he introduced me like I actually got a special on HBO, special on Netflix, and a new one on YouTube. I was like, to me, that's like the state of the industry. Just sort of like, again, I'm not crapping on YouTube specials. There's tons of great YouTube specials.
Yeah.
It's just that transition to like, well, I guess I'm doing everything. I'm putting it out. Everything's just upside down. And I want, because I couldn't do it through the usual channels and I wanted to put something out for people, I was like, well, I guess I'll just put this chunk, lift this out of my current hour, put it out for people.
Nice.
Stop doing it on the road. And then, so now I obviously am touring with a different hour.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the new hour is the alt-right hour.
Yes,
which is
exactly.
Oh, that's
how you get
exciting.
back on.
Well, I
that's how
need
you get
I need a
spicy.
grift, and
yeah.
I'm
Lucrative.
I'm the second Lady Edgelord that ever was.
It's about time.
We need at least one other girl out there saying the R word,
Yeah.
which of course I do say on stage the full way.
Yes.
And
it
the
for
F
the
word,
stage.
save it for the stage.
If only there was only one, that'd be amazing.
The only fans.
I think I'm sure there's many more.
Unfortunately.
There are.
I usually call it "That's Not Helping" comedy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is so different now, the industry, obviously, but it's just, I don't know.
It's weird. I want to change with the times, but
Yeah,
I hope you understand.
yes,
It's like I'm
yes.
not. There's really are great comedy specials on YouTube, so it's not like I'm saying you're trash if you put it there.
No, but your
No,
experience,
no.
you're like, oh, look, HBO. You're like,
Yeah.
now YouTube.
Yeah.
It feels different.
But in all honesty,
I don't want to
like,
sound ungrateful or something. It's just sort of like I don't want to say I'm used to, but it's this idea of, I guess what I'm getting at is I'm making fun of the fact that I called it a special. That's kind of what I'm getting
Right.
at.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Gotcha.
it's a special. It's like a half hour.
You're
oh my
like, it's
God.
a story.
I don't know. I would love for it to be more produced like an older special where you have a design and it is a theme and
You have like
a piece of
15
work
minute
that you put
sketch
out.
before.
Right.
And so I think that's what I'm getting at. Now, this is still a piece to me, and I am proud of it.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's like my boyfriend who directed it, Adam Newacek, came with me to Comedy Works Denver. Like he was a one-man band, is what you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah.
We had a couple of friends come
Awesome.
down to help camera op, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we
you're
did it on
trading
the
sex
fly,
for
very
favors.
DIY,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very Brandy Posey, punk rock.
Brandy
Welcome,
is
baby.
the queen of punk rock.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like, oh wow, I have to do things on my own. I don't know. It just feels it's just different, and it's hard for me to call it a special when I did it myself.
I think we've all struggled with the adaptation of
Yeah.
the industry and comedy in the last decade.
You know, but honestly, if you look at the music industry or the film industry, some of the biggest names, particularly in music, the trend over because recording contracts are shitty.
Yeah.
Like the biggest names in music have started producing their own music
Yeah.
and putting out their own albums. So I don't know. I mean, you still like made an awesome piece. Like, I mean, is the distribution system really that much of a marker of of the ultimate product? And is it even when people at the upper echelon of these industries are putting out their own stuff, maybe that's just a sign of like everything's changing at all levels, or maybe it is just artists kind of getting more
Yeah.
you have to
DIY
kind of at this point.
at all levels, you know?
Yeah, I guess it's like, because the last thing I want to do is sound like entitled, where I'm like, oh, well, I'm used to HBO showing up and doing everything. Because it's not like I've been having that for decades or something.
Yeah.
I felt lucky at the time to have an HBO special too. But the last Netflix special I did do on my own. I produced it myself, and everybody was like, no one's buying. And Netflix licensed it, which I think it's up soon. So that'll probably be on YouTube again. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess it's just like I am used to it. I guess it's hard because this last one I didn't have the same budget because whereas this one went on YouTube. Netflix, actually, I was able to make my money back. So, and I think on YouTube so far, I think my balance is $2.59.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
you're in the
Fuck
black
yeah,
already.
girl.
Oh yeah, making money off of it.
Yeah,
That's one.
I think that's kind of what I'm getting at.
That's
that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
no.
So,
yeah.
so because that would be the difference
rich
if you
parents.
yeah, that would be nice because I was able to put money into that last one, getting a licensing contract to make my money back.
Right.
This one, things seemed even bleaker. So
Yeah.
I thought, well, I can't spend a lot on this because I'm not going to make
Right.
a lot on this.
Well, I mean,
So I
let's
guess
just
that's
be
the
fair.
quality
Things are
aspect
not,
I'm
things are
speaking
not
to.
bleak right now. Okay, things are very good. Everything is wonderful.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, the Writers Guild didn't send out a newsletter recently that said how to stay positive during a hard time,
Yeah, it's
and I clicked on it.
yeah. You know things are bad when you actually start clicking on the article.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Delete. I don't need that. Well, let me just undo. I'm gonna actually check that out.
A free meditation app, you say?
Anyway, thanks for understanding. I think we got there. It's the idea of like,
No, it is.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's what it comes down to ultimately. And to counter what I just said, I think maybe that is kind of the bullshit thing of like these really high budget people are able to do this because they have the capital to put in the seed money to self-produce, and then, oh, how awesome, they cut out the middleman. But when you're having to have these low budgets and being expected to still to put out the same kind of product.
yes, I think that's
level.
right. And ultimately, gosh, I was blown away. I mean, yeah, that's what my boyfriend did and his friend who colors everything. It's like they made it look amazing. Yeah.
Did they make an AI version of you?
Yeah, they totally smoothed my face into a plate.
Hell yeah.
Oh no, don't worry. Somebody called me like I don't know names. I look like me.
yeah. It's names for your alt-right special.
Yeah,
It's great.
Save them.
It's very welcoming.
I know.
Put yourself out there.
I do. Yeah, right.
Nice. It's like a warm bath.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, dudes in the comments that have like 7 numbers in their name aren't trying to roast you. It's like, it's so weird. You're just like the comments about that are roasty. I'm like, go to an open mic.
Yeah.
Why come to my page and say something
Well, that
about
would
me?
mean that they or have any ounce of bravery in their entire.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, let me try to like their comedy. I think to them, like their open mic is like, let me get a comment off here and see if I can get some.
That is
100%.
Their
likes
spines,
on this.
Their spines would have to work to leave the house.
It's crazy. I was just thinking on the way here, just with everything. I'm like, we just aren't meant to like live like this. We're not meant to.
I agree.
You know what I mean? These guys aren't meant to have access to be. Anyone is not able to comment on anyone else's thing and make them feel shitty.
I know.
And I
just
wish
so
it didn't like
fucked
get
up.
to me the way that like I can
Of
even.
course.
And
Say that again. I missed the beginning.
I wish it didn't get to me when I read something
Oh,
mean
right,
that someone said, and it doesn't like for a long time. But I would be lying if I said like if I read something mean that someone said about me, it does like hurt my feelings.
course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think the people who say they don't care, maybe there's a few that are able to like, but like I like me. I'm not like, oh God, I need to, and I look like this. Like I do like me, but when you have some random person who has the ability to, and I don't have them sent directly to my phone, I just open it. Like I replied to something from a month ago yesterday.
Hell yeah.
But I'll go look, and you're like a lot of people had nice things to say because I don't have a huge subscriber on YouTube. So it's like people who actually like what I do.
Yeah.
So all the comments were lovely.
Yeah.
And it's like, I try to go through and say thanks and thanks for the positiveness because it's kind. And then one guy's like, am I being gaslit? I didn't laugh once. And all these comments are so good. I feel crazy. And I just replied with the definition of taste. It's like, you don't have, like, you know what I mean? I waffled on what I wanted to say, but it's like, you're the person that comes here, sees people like it, that needs to tell the person that you don't like it.
Right.
The fact that you did that is why you don't like it and why we will never be in the same room.
And you're also coming
I never
to
want
it.
to see you.
Yeah, you're
We're
also
happy with
coming
the
to
crowd.
it to try and not like it.
Yeah.
You're not approaching it with like the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
And the people who didn't know me before, there was a couple comments that said like, "Oh, thanks for serving this to me. I never knew about you. Great."
Yeah.
But if it was served to you, don't like it. You're writing something. Leave me alone.
Why not just skip to the next
Leave
video?
me alone.
Yeah.
Don't like it. That's cool.
Yeah.
All I want to
Get
do is be sent to people that might enjoy me and come see me on the road.
I think that
That's
like
all
there needs
I
to
would
be
like.
if I think I would have something happen where like every comment these people write somehow it then attaches to their body and they have to wear it as
They have to be tattooed on
for the
their
rest
That's fun. Or made into a little keychain and they
yeah,
have to
exactly.
carry around.
Like
all
you have
day.
to actually carry, so it gets
Yeah.
heavier and heavier with every
like worse
every
than a
shitty
hall
comment.
pass when you're in elementary school.
I like
Remember
this.
the,
Yeah.
the soda can tops?
Yes.
That's what you have.
Yes,
tabs?
one
Yeah,
every
but people would
time.
you would just put them on like on a string and just have them in your backpack. That's like every bad comment you've ever made. You just hear
I
you
like
walking
this.
down the hallways.
Weighing
Yeah.
you down.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
like this idea.
Like a Scrooge.
I was gonna, yeah.
And the
something.
jangle chains, the jangly chains of the ghost or something.
We need to remix. We need to do a millennial version of the of Scrooge.
I mean, that would be fun because, like,
About
you
the
know, these are all
comments.
anonymous people. So can you imagine you're walking down the street, all of a sudden you see random guys with chains? And you're like, oh, there's an anonymous comment.
The troll.
Yeah, the troll.
I know. And then, like, I guess maybe it's to make myself feel better, but sometimes I go, is this a real person?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm really shocked sometimes that people do exist that are like
It might
this.
be bots. too.
Sometimes,
honestly.
Some of it
Definitely
is,
are
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I mean, I've had the instinct to do it. I think it is real. Like,
Okay.
and I've tried to be like, nope, hey, don't.
Yeah, yeah.
When I don't like something or whatever, when I
Yeah.
want to be negative. It's never about this kind of thing, but just some shitty thing online that I know is just baiting me anyway.
Yeah.
But I think I think a lot of people are just fucking asshole. They just
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
be shitty too.
Well, and like when you're hurting, like you want to hurt others. So I'm always just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
You've got a very sad, there's a thing that's making you sad right now.
He's a
just,
landlord.
never watch things I don't
collect
like.
your rent.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
same. I'm not really
get off that
engaging
road
that
there.
much.
yeah, like there's so much shit that I do like that I don't even kind of have time for something I don't like.
Wait, do you know your landlord's YouTube name? Could it be them commenting?
I don't think they have a
Yeah.
YouTube. There have a lot of my old neighbors came out. One of
that's
I
great.
pinned one of their comments because they were like, "Old neighbor here, this is accurate." Blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I had to pare down because they were obviously living there 6 years. There were so many stories, and you have to obviously balance, as you know, between what's funny enough and what's just like a long, too long of everything.
Right.
I open on a bit about indoor skydiving because to me, it's like that type of thing is what I used to do when I was renting, because it's like you have rent money,
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between that and then like trying to save for a home. Like you're not going to indoor skydive if you're saving. So I open with indoor skydiving and then move on to the story about living at that place. And my landlady, their daughter lived above me, so they were always on the property. It was sort of their excuse.
Oh God.
Yeah, you could just feel their presence. It's not, in the grand scheme of things, there's so many people that are living in squalor and not helps. You know what I mean? Like they have slumlords that are not fixing water leaks. So I am grateful that, for the most part, yes, my neighbor's ceiling fell through into her bathroom, but they were fixing things in a timely manner. But yeah, she was just, every interaction couldn't go well. And I would avoid them at all costs. I'm like running to my car at times, not kidding.
That's such a stressful feeling.
It was not good living there after that long.
Yeah.
I realized how much it took a toll on me because I'm like running away from these people.
Yeah.
No, you have
that's
to.
One time I sprinted to
okay.
Mo's car
Damn.
to run away from them.
Jesus.
And it was just like, this wasn't funny enough to put in, but it's like a branch fell during a storm in the driveway, a small driveway. It's a small complex. I go out, I'm walking to my car, and she has a very irritating voice. And I'm like starting to go to my car. I heard her knock, and I was like, I went to the back door and she was gone. And I was about to leave anyway. So then I come out. First thing she says to me is like, well, I knocked. I said, I answered. And you weren't there.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you can't leave. Like that. And I go,
With jazz hands?
right. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. She's like, a branch has fallen and you can't leave. And her husband's over there, like, picking it up or whatever it is. And I go, okay. So I go back inside. I call Mo. I could have easily walked to the place we were meeting, by the way.
Yeah.
I said, please come pick me up. Then Mo, like maybe 5 minutes later, they're at my front door knocking. And I'm like, Mo, text when you're here. And I left out the back door. I could hear them talking at my front door. Well, she was just there. Why don't she? He goes, just call her. Just leave her alone. Call her. So I sprint out the back door, down the driveway, and into Mo's car. I'm like, go.
Oh my God.
And then they left me a voicemail. And the voicemail is like, we cleared the branch. They're going to come over and clean up the rest tomorrow. I mean, you guys,
Yeah.
this all could have been solved as I come out and she goes, hey, this will take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moving one branch.
Don't make it a whole.
Do you have
That's
any
like her in a
idea?
nutshell.
Yeah.
You can't leave.
That's her emerald.
And then
her
needing to
band.
knock on my front door, knock
And then
on
they're
my back
looking outside your door like a
looking in,
Tarantino
trying
movie.
to look in.
Oh my God.
Like I had, removable wallpaper. She was like looking in. She's like, "What's that?" And the husband's like, "Don't worry about it." He was like sometimes the only thing keeping everybody.
Yeah. He's
Same.
wishing for an early grave.
Holy crap! I was like, I have a joke about him Googling how to disappear at the library, so it wouldn't be traced at home. I'm just like, how he does it, I do not know. I do not know.
It's almost impressive when people like that find each other.
Yeah.
It's like kind of beautiful.
And also, like, she has this, like, a little love for Hollywood. She, like, acted like she sort of cast the whole apartment. But upstairs, you have the writers of this show. And down here, you have these people. And, and so there's moments in this story I'm telling where she's like, do you know anybody I might know? just sort of that type of thing.
yeah.
So there was part of me,
She's
and then
a mover and a shaker.
Like she's gonna meet some guy. I heard you're Beth Stelling's landlord.
That's her business card now.
yeah,
actually.
but that's the thing. A couple times they were like, "We heard you're at Hollywood Forever Cemetery." When I did a show there a couple times over the years, and in my head I would just be like, "Yep," and walk away because they were probably being like, "And would you like me to list you to come or whatever?" You know. But I was like, "Yep," and I would run.
Yeah.
And then I was debating on how to end this piece, this story, this special. And a couple of alternate endings were like her saying like, you know, after I put it out or something, like just talking all of a sudden and like, I loved the special. Like just a totally normal voice. Like that was like the reason she was acting like that is so I would write something about her, you know? I forget how I ended it. I can't remember the alternate version because she did say at one point in time, like, do you have anything about us?
Of course.
And I was sort of like, if this is for that, please stop.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to make material.
Yeah,
It's worked.
yeah.
It worked. So I was like, just, you know, taking off this
There's-
mask. She's like a 30-year-old woman.
There's nobody less unfunny than the person who's like, this is going to make it in your act, huh?
It's like a cop pulling you over at the DUI checkpoint. One of my first years here, when they would post, I'm sure they still do, but I was driving from like Meltdown to Echoes Under Sunset, and I'm not a huge drinker. I think I had one beer over, maybe 2 beers over 4 hours. Yeah. So I knew I was fine, but it was terrifying. It was my first year here.
Yeah, it's scary.
And after, because I didn't lie, he said, have you been drinking? I said, yeah, I had. I had like 2 beers, I think, over 4 hours or something. So then he pulls me out of the car. I have to do all the tests. Oh my God. I have a kid seat in the back of the car because I was nannying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm like freaking out. Like, I thought I wasn't supposed to lie, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, I ate dinner.
A cop that I know told me you guys always lie. If you've had like 1 beer 4 hours ago, don't say that.
I
Just
didn't
say
know.
you haven't had anything to drink. Yeah.
So then after the reason I even thought of all this is because after my heart's pounding through my chest and he's like, you gonna put this in the act? And I was like, no.
Fuck you.
I'm not.
Yeah,
what
this
funny about
hilarious
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely
No.
portray you well in this scenario. Is that what you want?
Yeah, your existence strikes the heart and the fear of men, even when we've done nothing wrong, sir.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
God.
It's so funny that you have a gun.
It's so funny.
Do you think she's heard it? I mean, she must have.
I don't know.
Wow. Don't find
If
out.
she
Gosh. You don't think she would like reach out if she had?
I feel.
I'm going to make you a copy on VHS. Does it feel like she's a VHS?
Yeah. Well, our last texts are me like saying like I talked to the tenants union and because as I was moving out, she walked in. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you kept this perfect. It's pristine," which is true. I'm like, a good, responsible person. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And then as we're leaving, she's like, "But I am gonna have to charge you for that room you painted." I mean, I was like, and this is 6 years of living there. I go, "You gave me permission.
Yeah.
I paid the painter you asked me to use. It's light blue." And when I said that, she goes, "It's gonna take more than one coat, and you have to get it." And I go, "So what are you going to do?" She's like, "Well, however much it is, I'll just take it out of your deposit when we repaint it." I go, "Don't you have to repaint it anyway?" And she's like zero, like just zero. My Adam looked at me, my boyfriend, and he goes, "Babe, let's just drop it."
Yeah.
And I said,
that
"Okay."
point-
So we walked away, but she was like living in my head rent free. No other way to explain it. It would take. I'm not kidding. It sounds so dramatic, but it would take me hours to come down from an interaction with her because it was so volatile and toxic. And there's no like, I'm not screaming. It was just her nightmarish energy.
Guys, how cute was this place?
I made it cute, but I don't know. I would have liked to move. Everybody kept talking about how, move in the pandemonium times because it's cheaper. I never found that to be true.
It was for like 2 weeks.
Maybe
and then
2
if you
weeks.
didn't do it during that 2 weeks,
Yeah,
it was like
I think you're
9
right.
times
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I last text to her was basically like, it's against the law what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And you need to give me my, and of course the check comes from her husband with interest.
Good.
Yeah. So it's like, because that's the law.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Just like,
They
but I had to
really-
pull some tenants union crap.
They make you start going to legal clinics and shit. It's absurd.
Yeah. I'm just so grateful to be out of there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Have you shown the special to your new landlord as a power move?
No.
Okay.
But a couple people commented and said things like, sending this to my landlord, no context. I guess it is a little bit of a misdirect, like I said, because I open on a little skydiving story. To me, it makes sense, but in my art, it makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
I
Were
get
you
that.
indoor skydiving at City Walk?
Yes. I went with it. It's like my friend's dream. Well, he wants to go skydiving.
To indoor skydive.
Yeah, he wants to go full skydiving, and this was like his dream. And I said, I'll go with you.
Hell yeah.
I like to feel like I'm flying while looking at a Buca de Beppo.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly,
There's a Margaritaville behind me in the video, which brings back childhood memories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Visits to Florida. I've been, I'm don't plan to get married, but I've been stepmomming in whatever you want to call it. There's no other better way to put it. My boyfriend has kids. I'm around kids.
Yeah. Hanging out with kids.
So, it's bringing up, I had a stepmom and a stepdad and then no stepdad. And then, but my dad remarried and they would take us to Margaritaville.
That
And
is such a stepmom activity.
Big step.
yeah. And so I've been adding it to my act lately because it's just like me doing it. I'm like, you look back and you're like, in what world would an adult do what this person did to us? I can't imagine saying what she said to us as kids to Adam's children. Like whenever there's any, he has a little girl and all I can remember is thinking when she was just, my stepmother was just weird and competitive with us and still is.
Really?
Yeah, for his attention, for whatever their
is she
relationship.
young?
No, she wasn't. They were similar in age. Actually, she might be a year or two older than my dad.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just brought up a lot. I stopped talking to my dad in January after an interaction I had with him.
I'm sorry.
Because it was just it was the same old.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah.
And this is what you've chosen to do. Talk about, it's like, and I've been working out a line in my stand-up or whatever, but it's like, sometimes I think she was so drunk, she thought me and my sisters were bachelorettes my dad invited back. It's like, we're not trying to fuck my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so confused why you're like having any ownership or
That's very
competitive
bizarre.
nature. Yeah, if there's ever a time where my boyfriend's daughter is, like if I'm in between, like say we're hugging and she comes over and wants a hug too,
Yeah.
I would never be like, it's us.
Yeah.
No, that's
I would let go
bizarre.
immediately and
Yeah.
welcome her in.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even if she slid in between us because she was feeling like, hey, that's my dad, I'd go, he is yours.
He's your dad.
You'll always know him longer than me.
Yeah.
He's yours. I would never.
Yeah.
I just can't believe people exist like this. But
Boxing
Yeah,
out
there's a lot of
child.
weird. I hear a tale of a lot of weird competitiveness happening. Like I haven't. That kind is different. I usually
Really?
feel like I hear like mother-in-law and with her son or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like that's. I don't
you
know.
heard
There's
of
something
what I'm
in people
talking
that
about?
just comes out.
My stepmom
I've read
comes
about.
out.
I've read stories about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, yeah, I think everyone has their different dynamics with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think it's weird because there are some women that it's like that's the only way they accrue their own value. So like anybody getting in between that in any way, and you only view like romantic love as the only kind of love of value too. So then you're like, well, if they love him, then that must mean that it's like
I get less.
It's so bizarre.
to not understand how different those
Yeah.
relationships are,
especially from her, whatever age she was, I don't
Yeah.
know, 40s to
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
closer to 80 now.
Yeah, I think
Or
like
whatever. Yeah, about
what
that.
we've learned, and with your landlord too, is just like you expect people to like get it at some point. The
Yeah.
older they get, and you're like, oh no, it just
Right.
it doesn't happen.
No. Yeah.
People don't get
No.
like
No,
less
my
crazy.
stepmom is my dad's second wife. He's now on his third, but I still call the second one my stepmom. Okay. And she's like Sofia Vergara in Modern Family. Like she's this Brazilian woman who's like 5 years older than me, and we're really good friends. And we call each other Steppy.
Yeah.
And we just love each other still. And I'll be like, Steppy, let's go to yoga. Steppy.
Oh, so she's still, okay, so you still talk to her.
I love her. Yeah. Yeah. But I think I just got really lucky with her. Like,
Yeah.
Also,
think it's
the
just-
age difference. Like you're close in age, so maybe you
yeah,
have.
but you would think that would
make
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Yeah.
mean now, maybe. But then that is weird.
like I was 18 and she was 23 when they got married.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
23 getting married to,
To my dad.
How
yeah.
old was he about?
Old, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
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 At least 40.
Closer to that end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's. I think it was like it just worked because I think I will say Brazilian people I do just love too. Like they're just such a fun culture.
Yeah.
So I think that tied into it too. Like we just kind of would clown on my dad.
Yes, a little gang up.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, should we play our game?
Yeah, let's do a
Yes.
We're
game.
gonna do believe. So
Yes.
let's do
That's a
it.
good one.
This is just basically we're gonna say things to you, and you're gonna tell us if you believe them or believe in them.
Ooh.
Sorry, we're getting our.
Okay. Beth, do you believe in omens?
I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It took me a second because I was like, what does that mean to me? I know that, definition wise, broadly, and then like to me. And I would say like, I lightly believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know one when you see one?
I think so. Like on the morning of my 40th birthday, a bird flew into my window and died.
Oh.
I was like, that's
Oh.
gotta mean something.
Yeah, I
And
watched
I don't think it's good.
I watched a hummingbird die on New Year's Eve this year in my
Oh,
hands.
God.
So
Oh,
I was
ladies.
like, gonna be a rough one next year.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say that one turned out, but did anything happen after
Yeah.
that though?
My boyfriend and I buried it, but
But nothing like bad happened.
I waited hours to make sure it wasn't just gonna fly away.
Well, that's
Yeah.
nice you buried it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's why I say lightly because it's
Yeah.
kind of funny. But
Right, because like I'll see.
normally I'd be able to
things-
write a joke about
I'll see
that,
things, but then I'm like, did something happen that
Right.
that was related?
Well, and
to
it's like
that?
confirmation bias in different ways too. You know?
yeah,
Right.
because
Alright.
let's be real. Sometimes if it's you speaking to hummingbirds or something, maybe,
yeah.
or dragonflies, people say, "Oh, well, that's my," and then name a loved one who's passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, I want that for you. I don't want to,
yeah,
crap
yeah.
on you or something. But then you, as the outsider, you're like,
Yeah.
you're just probably
I'm
looking
gonna
for
start
'em
saying
or seeing
coyotes
more.
because everyone's picked the other ones.
Oh.
Hummingbirds.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Coyotes is a good. Be like, that's my grandmother.
Yeah.
Say,
Dude, you had a wild grandma. That's a fun grandma.
she
She's a
she
coyote.
was wild. She was
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
She's out there in these streets. Everyone's warning each other about her.
Yes. It's saying not feed her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a joke I've been working on about how I was in this this like Zoom group for people with older pets for a while, just like a support whatever, because I was like, all right, let's like just be in the good headspace around all this. But I had to leave because after like 3 weeks, like everybody had at least one bird that meant something to them. And I was like, okay, I can't be in a group with like 20 people that all are like, I saw my grandma, I saw my aunt. Like I was like, fuck, I'm too much of an asshole to be here. My whole time I was going, fucking goddamn, of course a cardinal showed up again. And I was like, oh, you can't bring this energy to this group.
No. They
remove
can't do that.
myself from
have
the
to go.
situation.
It's good to know when to bone out.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's an underrated life skill.
Oh yeah, to know when you're the toxic one, leave. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's good to know.
Quietly, however you want to do it. Just
Yeah.
bone out.
And you didn't need to make a big speech.
Yeah.
No. I was like, don't worry. I'm a little bit of a hater. I like that about myself. I'll just go though.
Those groups can be really hard. I feel like I've tried
Yeah.
to like do different. It's just it's a intense dynamic when everyone's being brought together by like kind of
Yeah.
kind of a dark thing or a traumatic thing. There's a lot that people are giving out there, and it can be hard to.
Well, and it's
I
also
can
like
have,
it'll be like an hour in the middle of your day, and I was like, oh
Right.
fuck, none of these people have fucking jobs. So I was like, because I'm just like, all right, I'm like thinking
Well,
about
you
a
were
lot
there
of-
though,
Well, yeah.
so
Well, no, but I would pivot to work immediately next.
right. But I'm saying that doesn't mean
Yeah,
they
yeah.
weren't. That's all.
It just like felt like I don't know. They had very nice little.
They were like they're sitting on the back deck all day looking for birds. They're
Yes.
not
Yeah.
working.
No, I really felt like I was like I'm the one that's immediately going to go read emails and like look at a calendar and like chart. I was like, okay,
Right. It's like we're on a schedule here.
Yeah.
There was that vibe, of course, at least when I first moved to LA. I thought when I did have a day off from whatever, babysitting in the cafe and whatnot, there is that moment where you're looking around like, do these people have jobs? I mean, ultimately, yes, they could also have their day off when I have my day off. But
Yeah,
it was just so strange.
No, it's that thing
Sometimes
of
the
like
vibe
me
about
and
LA
yoga
where
at
you're like,
11
wait,
a.m. wondering what everyone else is doing
how
here.
is everybody here right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we're
is-
all stressed.
I know it is. I love the LA culture. Like, it's not at all bizarre to be like, you want to hang out? Like, what are you doing? Like Wednesday
At
like,
11.
2? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be there.
Yeah. It's actually a nice. Yeah, let's do a hike. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I have to move a general that I've moved 14 times, but yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was going to tell this story before we started. I just wanted, before I forget, but we were talking about periods or whatever before the show. My boyfriend was like cleaning. I got like popsicle molds or whatever, and they came with a little funnel. And he was like, "What is that? What's that funnel thing for?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's for the popsicles." And he was like, "Oh, I thought it might be like a menstrual cup."
What?
He thought a funnel was a menstrual.
And I was like, "So you think that there's an opening on the bottom of it?" Like,
He's like, I don't know. I thought you lost your plug.
A, you think I washed it?
And B, you think I stick a rigid metal cone
wasn't-
up
it
my
was
The
silicone.
Diva
It
cups
was
are
a-
already a little too rigid.
It was a
sometimes.
silicone. It was silicone, so it was soft. It was soft.
All right.
But it was like, I was like, so you think I'm
It's
just
soap at
like,
the bottom.
I'm like okay with the blood coming out. I just want it to come out a little slower.
No, yeah. I like to use
so
that.
I can put it in a reusable jar.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I can fill the popsicle molds with menstrual fluid.
Yeah. And then I give them to you, and then you never leave.
Why do you think you've been feeling stronger lately?
Exactly. That's really funny.
Yeah, I was like,
my
I
God.
was like, I'm not gonna leave it in our dish thing with
Yeah.
all the other dishes.
No.
I don't think I would either. I've been doing some period underwear, but then there is that moment where I know you're supposed to. Initially, I thought you just threw them in with the wash, but I think now I know you're supposed to clean it out first, then
Yeah.
wash.
Okay.
And ultimately, I'm sort of like, I don't know, man. Do these ever get clean? What's going on?
I don't know. I just do Diva cups. I don't have
The
it.
fabric is
Yeah.
confusing.
So I'm a little bit. I
Your
need to
in-between methods.
Google some stuff about
Yeah.
period
Yeah.
underwear.
Yeah, I'd be careful because I think there was also like
There's some that are bad.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
of them have weird chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think it's
sounds
like a non-stick pan.
okay. Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the not? Are we not supposed to use this?
Okay, here's where I'm at with non-stick pans as like a somewhat obsessive health person.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me.
I only use them for like basically just scrambling eggs. Everything else in a cast iron. I don't want to give it up completely because there is some stuff that you kind of do need a non-stick
yeah,
for.
like
but
an
I'm
egg.
like
An egg. It
in
makes
egg
sense.
theory, like there's some things where you really can only do non-stick, but I try to do it like in moderation.
I think all of mine are nonstick.
Well,
and I use them
are
for
you on the
everything.
cast iron train yet? Because the cast iron is a delightful piece to have in your kitchen, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can make everything in a cast iron.
Okay.
All you really need is a cast iron. Yeah.
Now
All
we're
right,
cooking with
I'll
gas.
Now we're cooking.
Hey,
Well, I did like
hey.
I got a bunch of
Yeah.
free pans like 10 years ago from some, I don't even know what
Was
the
it
fuck
Caraway?
I did. No, it was some like thing where I just had to film myself using them for like
I
a
remember when you got
infomercial or
those.
something.
Yeah.
They're really good, but
Yeah.
they're all nonstick, and so
Yeah.
who knows if they're slowly killing
Isn't
me.
it like they're okay as long as the seal isn't broken? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's where
I
the
don't
problem
know.
comes
Part of
from,
me
right?
was feeling like, isn't it okay if you use them once a year? I think I'm good.
well, once a year is fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
I
never
yeah.
cook.
Oh, if you never
yeah,
cook, you're
then
fine.
you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good.
I don't know what else, what stuff you're eating, where it comes
Yeah.
from, but
I'm just on the road. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm home 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I'm home, I eat toast
there you go.
Okay.
You're fine.
So you're
That's
good.
nice.
and an egg sometimes.
Yeah.
That's good. What's your toast of choice?
Sourdough.
Yeah.
I love and then I actually just did cinnamon raisin this morning.
That's a good one.
Just with like butter? Do you anything else? Oh,
Butter.
hell yeah.
And I do
Toast
like
is the best.
jam.
Yeah.
Not
I
on the
love
cinnamon
jam as
raisin,
well.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like a butter and jam in the morning.
Sean,
So
I think,
nice.
heard on some of his boy podcast, like something about his protein thing. He stopped buying bread, and you guys are reminding me I got to end that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at this point, and in our country, and I think, I don't know, bread is mostly just drinking a cup of sugar, I think, but
I want
like,
it back.
I like bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bread guy.
Never.
Yeah, I love bread.
I like a
I love
okay,
bread.
I
love
bread. I'm a breadhead. I like a yogurt and grape nuts with blueberries.
Yeah.
I
Grape
like,
nuts.
I know. The only time I'll have
Wow.
grape nuts is on
I like
yogurt.
grape nuts too.
My mom got me into that when I was a kid. Vanilla yogurt.
Makes sense.
Grape
The
nuts.
texture.
Texture, yeah.
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 Or what else? Pancakes. A
Pancakes.
breakfast sandwich.
Pancakes are good as fuck.
That's what I'm doing in the
breakfast
morning.
sandwich.
Oh,
I love
my
a
God.
breakfast burrito. We have a new breakfast burrito place that opened up.
Ooh,
It's $4
love a burrito.
breakfast burrito.
Where?
Down on like York and Eagle Rock Boulevard.
Okay.
that sounds great.
$4
Yeah.
breakfast burrito.
Wow, and they're
just
good?
opened. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'm so
I love a
excited.
breakfast burritos.
Wow.
Breakfast burritos is another thing that I think LA is one of the best cities in the world.
Yeah. Ooh,
I
they're
like
so
the
good.
commissary veggie burrito.
Yeah.
You've been to the commissary in
Yeah.
Where's that?
Burbank. They have other ones too, I think. There's
There's a few
a couple
locations,
of
I
them
think.
in the
Yeah.
Burbank area.
Yeah.
There's one other. Yeah.
Commissary in Burbank is good. Well, I'll just say it right now. Wake and Late right here in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Corner Cottage in Burbank also slaps.
I've heard of Corner Cottage.
Fucking delicious. I think that's my top 3.
Wake and Late, I've heard of.
Wake and
Wake
Late
and
is
Late
I think
really
Heather
good.
Ann Campbell maybe told me about that.
Yeah, Tacos Delta's always been my
Tacos
favorite.
Delta's
my
good.
favorite
Oh man,
breakfast
Tacos
burrito.
Delta rules.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've been there.
That's
That's
Silver Lake.
in
It's so
Silver Lake.
fucking good.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, one more time.
Tacos Delta in Silver Lake. Yeah,
It's like-
it's great.
right by Sunset Junction.
Okay.
Their salsa is
Maybe
like
I'll do Wake and Late after I leave you
You
guys.
should. It's not far.
yeah. We're all just thinking about our
I
favorite
know. We always record around lunchtime, and then like by the end,
This
we're like,
happens.
and then what else? Sandwiches.
Yeah.
Chips.
Beth, do you believe in sandwiches?
Wait, is that a real question?
Yeah, throw it up there.
Because 1,000,000% yes. Sandwiches is
Good.
like my number one food.
Yeah.
Good.
We just went from breakfast.
Yeah.
The rest of the day, the rest of the year, the rest of my life is sandwiches.
Sammies.
Oof, I love
God,
it.
I love sandwiches.
Yeah.
My friend Michael made me a BLT when I was in Madison, Wisconsin a couple weeks ago. It was so good. He did it on, I think it was homemade focaccia.
Oh, shit.
Baked bacon,
Oh hell yeah.
yummy lettuce, delicious tomato. His girlfriend is a gardener grower in the area and stuff, so they always have really good produce.
Come on.
God, it was such a good BLT.
What, are we hearing a voice?
Are you guys hearing a voice?
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, sorry, it's the lady problem.
Oh,
queuing it up.
okay. Sorry. I was like, a ghost is like, I
Stalking to me.
also love a BLT.
God.
Like what?
I love sandwiches. Plus, I worked at the bagel shop forever,
Yeah.
like in college and in Chicago. So we did steamed bagel sandwiches, which you have to have a thing for those. Other times, sometimes people find it disgusting. Other people love it, but it's a steamed
love
bagel,
it.
makes the bagel soft.
I would like
the
that.
meat and the cheese melted,
Nice.
and then of course your produce goes on cold.
Yeah.
I love it when you
Gotcha.
work somewhere and you get the
I was eating
the
it-
secret menu.
Yeah.
I was quite literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You show up before your shift breakfast, you have your lunch break, and then you take one to go.
Yeah.
A 3 bagel day.
It's a great day.
Yeah.
That's closing your rings,
I
Apple.
don't
Okay.
yeah.
All right, should we do a lady problem?
We should.
Yeah.
If you have one, send it to us, ladytoladycomedy@gmail.com. You can also give us a phone call at 323-6BUT30. Okay, this one, I just took a screenshot of that. That's good.
yeah.
This one's a two-parter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
said,
it's
right?
two-parter, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Hey, ladies. First off, just want to say that I love all of you. You guys are awesome. And never stop podcasting because you bring me so much entertainment. And I look forward to new episodes every Wednesday. My lady problem today is my boyfriend meets my needs in so many other ways. Is just not as interested in, like, working out or sex as I am. He's a really wonderful person, and he's probably the most emotionally mature man I've ever dated, and he makes me feel so loved, and he meets my needs in other ways that other relationships haven't, and I feel so blessed and fortunate to be in this relationship. We've been going out since January, and it is September now. However, like, we're supposed to go to my yoga class tonight, which I love that he's going to yoga.
Oh.
Then I mentioned I wanted to work out a bit before yoga, and he was just kind of like, can I meet you at the gym? Like, I don't want to go to the step class. Like, I don't
Fair.
really want to work out for an hour. Like,
I don't want to
can
work out
just
before we work out.
meet you there
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff?
fair.
And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I wish that he had the same drive to be, like, like, doing fitness like I do, And this isn't the first time we've kind of had this. Also, like, we went hiking, and he kind of, like, left me on the hike because he said his leg was hurting. But then, he was perfectly fine on the walk back to the car. And I guess I'm going to get cut off. So the sex is a whole other problem.
This what is a whole nother problem?
We have
Here's part two.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Hi, ladies. This is the person that called with the lady problem about their boyfriend not being into fitness and sex. And
Yeah,
now
the
I'm going to
sex-
talk about the
Yeah.
sex part.
Yes.
Again, really great relationship, but he just doesn't have the same sex drive that I do. And then honestly, like, he's not into like doing foreplay or things like that. I mean, I've kind of mentioned him that I need more foreplay, before I'm ready to have sex, and I feel like he kind of hears me in the sense that he'll like maybe finger me a little bit, but really other than that, there isn't too much like foreplay happening. And sometimes he gets like completely undressed and then just like lays there like, okay, let's do this. And it's not like a turn on for me, like why can't we just like make out for a while and remove each other's clothes and like let it go, but the relationship's good in so many other ways. And I knew before I agreed to like, seriously date him that the sex wasn't like the best I ever had. However, just because I have really good sex doesn't mean the relationship's good. Like sometimes some of the men that I've had sex with like is where the sex is off the chain and really great, but they have no emotional depth, or they've no interest in being in a relationship, or they've got a lot of baggage, or they're not a person that you really want to like settle down with, what have you, So it's not a deal breaker for me that like, our sex isn't on fire. So what tips do you recommend? I've thought of like maybe sending him like a porn I like, or something where I'm like, hey, I like what this guy's doing here to her. And most of the time it is just foreplay stuff. But how could I go about this topic without hurting his feelings? Any advice? Thank you, ladies. You guys are awesome.
I'm confused about hurting feelings. That's like a new area right there. That.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, obviously, I get. Sorry, I'm not making sense. But that last part threw me because I'm thinking, where would the feelings be hurt? Because she's actually said, I need foreplay, and he's not listening.
Yeah.
My feelings are hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, I'm not being rude, like, well, fuck him. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
But a little bit, like, yeah.
It sounds like she's bringing her needs to the table and they're still not being considered. And that's the important.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I don't mean to like, I'll jump in and take over.
No, please.
I just mean you have to, like, I guess I've been with someone who wanted me to work out more, and he wanted me to work out more to lose weight. So you have to ask yourself, is that what you want? That's where I'm a little lost here. Are you wanting to lose weight? Because that's not really going to work.
Yeah.
Are you, because we know how it works. We've all been in different flows of working out.
Yeah.
Where, yes, when you work out more, then you are sometimes more into your body or just energy and feeling it.
It does help your libido, too.
It does help your libido.
Yeah.
You're maybe more present and feeling sexier.
Yeah.
I've gained weight and felt less sex drive.
Yeah.
I've been more active and wanted to have more sex. So it's like I do get the correlation there.
Yeah.
If that's her reasoning, I understand. Doesn't seem like that's working. So yeah, for me, I'm also like, and this might be controversial, I'm very much like a no porn person.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, because I've had it ruin relationships and I've been with people who are addicted.
Yeah.
So actually, because of those reasons, I really err towards like porn's really bad, and I think it hurts everybody. But again, I realize that take is not popular because some people are able to consume it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
I don't see it that way. But yeah. So for me, I'm saying, no, I don't think you should send him porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get where she's coming from, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not a terrible idea to do that if that's your instinct, but I also don't think that that's like the problem. Or it's like, it seems like there's more going on there that's not going to solve,
I think so.
I think maybe that was her instinct in doing that. Is like that is it's like part of her sexuality, and she's trying to like open up her sexuality more with her partner, and like maybe that's a way that she can have like shorthand and like kind of share something with him.
Yeah, I can see putting it on if she was like saying, "What will this turn both of us on?"
Yeah.
I could understand
and I think
that.
I mean, I've had a hard time expressing my needs sometimes, and I think it can be a shortcut where it's like it's a little easier than being like, I want you to do this to me. It's easier to be like that. I like that. Let's try that.
It's so cliche, but like you don't want to have to ask.
No, of course you don't. And that's the problem.
That's where men go like, oh, then harm. Like they're like, oh, please, I'm supposed to mind read. It's like, I actually don't know how to get you to do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But it's not take off all your clothes and lay there and wait for me to mount you.
Yeah.
That's not the answer.
That's not the answer.
That's the problem.
And it's not like I'm trying to be rude and make you feel stupid. It's just like, well, what do you mean you thought that would...
Yeah.
It's a
Like, did that-
connection. and-
right, because that kind of shows like a real lack of thought around like what the other person like. Did you seriously think that the other person is going to feel like connected
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Her idea of
I
making
wanna-
out is great. Obviously,
Yeah,
making
no,
out and
that's a good
connecting
way
and
to-
starting
Yeah.
to be turned
Again.
on.
and like, what's wrong with making out? You can have
Totally.
sex like 15 minutes later.
Yeah. It's not like
Somebody listening's like 15.
Yeah, I mean, you want it to flow. You don't want.
More like
Yes.
45 seconds. Yeah.
No, but yeah, on anything.
Yeah,
but
you don't
yeah.
want to be spitting at, like the worst version is like
let's
and
go.
then slam a dick and it's like
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No.
it can be, you can feel really objectified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there like some sort of I don't know, slime that we used to have as kids that like when you went really hard, it was hard, and when you went slow,
What?
it moved.
Like gack?
Yeah, there was some sort of slime as kids.
Gack
like-
pussy
that's
is like a gack.
My pussy, I got
It's
pussy.
like a gag.
Yeah.
My pussy is a
Got
gag.
that gag pussy.
Yeah, that gack pussy.
Mine
Yeah.
smells
Like
better.
you can't just gunk.
Yeah.
It's like you really have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's problematic that like that's his instinct, A, but then B, that you're talking to him and I mean, it really comes down to you just have to talk to him. I think the
Yeah.
working out is a total separate thing. And I do wonder, I'm like, are you trying to get him to lose weight? Like, what? Are you not attracted
And
to him?
I'm
like,
not
it
saying
feels
you're
like,
evil if that's your goal. It's not
No,
like you're a
but-
bad
but
person.
you need to know
I think
that.
that makes it more complicated
Yes.
if you're wanting
Yes.
somebody's
Yeah.
body to change.
And I will say that like this is a newer relationship, you know, like if this had been like 5 years in and you're like, oh, we're struggling with sex, I think it's a little different than it being like it just started this year.
Yeah.
Because
It
like
seems
I'm
like
like
it's been a problem
it's a
from the
harder.
beginning,
It's
yeah.
to me it's a little like, oh, that's a chemistry thing.
Yeah.
you know.
Right. Or it's this person. I
that's
don't
what
want
I
to just
mean.
throw
I just mean
asexual
chemistry
out there or
between them.
something, but they might. It sounds like they don't. That's not part of their. I don't know, their life. I don't know how to put it.
Well, I also want to know if like is this a like he's like a lazy in the bedroom or is he
Right.
like very inexperienced too? Like
Right, that's
because
a
that
question.
Could be.
Like very well because if he
Yeah.
doesn't have a high libido, that could be just like I don't really know what to do.
Because it sounds like he does want to get fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Because here's the question.
Yeah.
And some people are like this. Is he laying there with a rock hard boner?
yeah.
If so, that's interesting, right? That is maybe a little. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome that you could look at me naked and get hard.
Should
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
text
Thank
her?
you.
Is he laying there with a rock hard boner?
Because that
Just
really.
text.
Yeah,
That is a
Yeah.
question. It's like I when I start kissing my boyfriend and he's hard immediately, I'm like, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm so impressed and also with both of us, really.
Honestly,
You know,
like,
that's cool. But
around.
I guess it's almost like I know today we all know I'm not firing on all cylinders. We had to Google the Emerald stuff. But
You're
I'm
doing
thinking
great.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, I just have questions for her because it's like you want them to know, right? But you also have to be like, so let me tell you what I want, and then like let's forget about it for a while and walk away because I don't want to
Yeah.
have to tell you everything.
It's like picking up a dance. Like you got to get the steps and then forget about it and let your body do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But also, because I am someone that works out constantly. So, number one, my instinct wasn't that she wants this guy to lose weight. Like,
Okay.
I think if you're someone who works out all the time, you're like, you're going to do this with me because, like, this is what we're fucking doing at 10 a.m. Like, I don't know. Like, I go hike. So, get in the car.
See, I don't work out with anybody else, so it's weird to me to work out with someone.
Right. I mean, I told, of course, in my perspective, when she was like, why don't you want to work out before we work out? It's like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? I'll meet you at the gym.
Yeah, I got my hour.
Nutball.
See, I will say that, but now Sean's just like, no, like, stop being psycho. You know, like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, all right, you don't want to work out on vacation?
Yeah. yeah. I don't know what that's like.
So, like,
Yeah,
maybe you
that's
guys just need to get to the place where he can tell you to shut up.
Yeah.
But
It's easier.
Well, it sounds like he did tell her he didn't want to,
he
but she doesn't
did.
like that.
But I wouldn't
answer.
take it for.
Yeah.
But also maybe I think maybe you do have a good. I do think there's a correlation between like libido and
There
working
is.
out and having a relationship with your body. So like maybe it is more too like you guys just need to find something that you both enjoy. He doesn't seem to be into hiking.
But
Yeah.
when here's the other thing we didn't really get a full answer on. She's kind of said he's not into working out or sex.
Yeah.
So if he's
Yeah.
and then this is another thing that's not your problem to solve and you can't help, which is are they dealing with depression or something? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
If he's saying like, oh, you want this, pull down pants and lay
Yeah,
there. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like it's kind of no way to live. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He could also be like, it sounds like if he is like very emotional and like all that other
right.
stuff, there is also a thing where I do think there are some guys who are just very like, I don't want to be aggressive. I don't want
True.
to do this because I don't want.
had that.
I don't want to, step on any of your toes. But that also is like not the answer too. It's like that's about finding the
Yeah.
trust with the other person.
100%.
Which is a
Yeah.
big conversation that you
I
might have to be willing to
appreciate
broach.
the timidity almost, right?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
They don't want to be making you feel uncomfortable or scared.
Yeah.
And then in some ways, because I'm also someone that I don't like it rough. It would be upsetting to me if someone all of a sudden choked me or whatever
Yeah.
it is. So I get the timidity, and yet I also want someone passionate who wants to make out with me and who wants
Yeah.
me and isn't scared to be like, can I do this? Can I do that?
Yeah.
That being said, I also love consent. So it's like there's consent. I know it's like a catchphrase that I'm trying to,
Come
but
on, Emerald, get it.
yeah. But it totally can be sexy. Do you like this? What if I try this? I love that. Like there are great ways to incorporate it. I guess I'm
Yeah.
just worried about her because I've been there. I just didn't want to always have to tell the person everything I wanted. I just want I just really want him to go down on her like every time. I've always said that. I've said this in the past where it's like, if you want to have sex and you're not sure if I do, start going down on me and I will momentarily want to
more
have sex.
men
I'll
should.
be
That
right.
is actually good advice.
Yeah, if you are like,
Yeah.
gosh, I don't know if my girlfriend wants to have sex, but I want to all the time, kiss down her body, their body, and eat pussy. I will want to have sex
Eat
just
that
shortly
gag.
after that.
Yeah. Get
I
that
think
gag.
like this is a good. Maybe you should look at this as less of like a anxious situation and more of like an opportunity to like say, you know what, I've been in this relationship for a bit, and I'm gonna just be really honest, and I'm gonna say all my needs, and I'm gonna do it because I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You really don't have anything to lose here. You like him. Obviously, these are things that are gonna need to be explored if you want to stay with him. So just fucking put it out there and say like, hey, I feel like our sex life is like we're not jumping off at the right point. Why don't we just like start making out first and try that? I would just say it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you don't
Because you
know.
like this guy and you
Yeah.
care about him. So if you care about him, then you should care enough to be like honest with him.
And I think straightforward is the
Totally.
best because,
Yeah.
like I, just like we watch reality television and cringe. It's because it's usually sidestepping things and passive aggressive or weird. When you watch reality TV and they're like, "You love me," it's like, oh, what you want to say is like, do you like me? Because I like you. It's so tough to watch them be like, yeah, because you probably love me.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you weird baby.
they have to
Get away
get
from me.
engaged because they signed the contract.
Yeah, definitely.
Just say you like him and you hope he feels the same.
yeah. Please, it would just be nice to see.
And then maybe about the other stuff. Yeah, do you want?
Or
I guess
go-
you can
yeah.
say like, are you depressed or like, let's I'm worried about you. Are you okay? Do you feel?
Yeah.
like
I'm
you don't
feeling
wanna
like
do
our
stuff?
our libidos aren't matching. Is there a way that you could see yourself getting into sex more? Because for me, I have talked to you before about needing foreplay, and just I want to get really into the details about that. I really want someone who's obsessed with eating my pussy.
yeah.
Like I've screamed that on podcasts when I was dating the guy who was addicted to porn. It's like, be so into eating my pussy, please. It's like all I'm asking. And if there was an issue or about, like, I later found out, and this was their own, they would have never admitted it at the time, but they felt like they didn't know how.
Oh.
I would love for you to ask me,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
hey,
Yeah.
how do I do this? Okay. Like, that sounds counterintuitive.
I just don't know how to instruct
Yeah.
someone while they're eating my pussy to tell them what to do. I don't fucking know.
I think
you're the one down there.
I think slower or faster or lighter.
Right.
Start really slow. Treat it like the most delicate ice cream cone right now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Spell the alphabet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the alphabet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you need to do this because like you're gonna need to confront. You're gonna need to put that out there because then you're gonna need to find out, is he willing to
It's worth finding
be
out.
honest and talk with you? And if not, then that's another thing.
Then you
Yeah.
have your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's new enough to where it's like still worth giving him a shot, but that giving him
Totally.
a shot means having an honest conversation with him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you need to be able to talk to him real about it because otherwise resentment's going to build. And like once that starts getting introduced, that's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Right, and it's like if he's as emotionally aware and stuff as you say, then this shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
To approach.
Yeah.
You know.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I've just been so frustrated before and been there, and it's a sad place. But I don't want to put that on her. I just mean for me.
No,
was
it's
such a
tough. It's
sad
very
place
tough. It's
to
very
be in.
tough when you really like somebody, but that part's not gelling. It's really
Yeah.
hard, you know. And like, and then you have the other side of the shoe where you're like, oh, this fucking asshole. We had great sex, and it's just like, oh yeah,
The world is a cruel place.
yeah, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Parallel masturbation might be another option.
There you go.
There you go.
No, that's
That's when you
nice.
park and masturbate at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, parallel
skis.
park and masturbate.
Yeah, 3-point pussy.
Some people are into that, and then he could watch you do what you like.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's trying to come to it from a place of like, I know you want to learn, because it's like this is about building your intimacy stronger too. You know what I mean? So it's like coming at it from that place and being like trying to like, you know, be like, I'm interested in like us getting better, and I think we
Yes,
both want
totally.
that. And I think if we can stay on the same page and keep coming at it from that place where it's like, this is something that we both want, is for this to be better, right?
We can come at it from this place, so we can both come
Yeah.
At this place.
at this place.
Yeah, I guess we didn't ask that. If they're orgasming, if she is, if he is. I mean, imagine he is. I don't want to assume.
Yeah. I didn't want to assume.
But I imagine he is.
Assume.
Oh my
Well, good luck. Thanks for being so sweet and listening to the show
Yes,
too.
yeah, we
love
heard you. Yeah.
Yes, we love you.
Beth, please tell everyone where they can find your special, your stand-up dates, anything else you'd like to plug.
Please go to bethstelling.com. I'm begging you.
I'm going right now.
She's begging you.
I'm
I
going
have
right
tour
now. Yeah.
dates. I don't know when this is coming out, but I'm all over the country. And you get the Landlord Special is on YouTube. And depending on when this is coming out, I think my special will be on Netflix a little bit longer. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'll put it on YouTube.
Look for it either on Netflix or YouTube.
Go
Yeah.
comment something nice on all of our
Yes.
things
Yes,
right
please.
now.
That's your
Demand.
homework.
That would
Yeah.
be nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is your
Subscribe to
homework.
Beth on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can watch this episode there too.
Yes, you can.
Wow.
Hi. If you're watching.
Hi.
Hello.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.